What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's predictions time for Argentina versus the Wallabies. Such an epic encounter happening in Argentina this weekend where two teams are wanting to prove a point. One is wanting to prove a point that they are on the rise, showing improvement. The other is trying to redeem themselves from having a really poor season. Before we get into predictions and my thoughts of the game, I've been challenged by some of you to try and get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. My goal at the start of the year was just to get 5. We are on 7,000. With your help, I'm sure we can get there. It's a big goal, but it's a big ask as well. So I'll be happy with even getting 9,000 subscribers. But if we can help, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date with all future rugby videos, motivational stuff, you name it. If you're a rugby fan, hit that subscribe button and we will keep going on this journey, as well as that bell notification so you can keep up to date with all future uploads. But let's get back to the business of the day. Both teams are fantastic. Unfortunately, the one is just not in the greatest of form. Australia have been in the media in many ways. Firstly, the coach, their up and down season that they've had. They showed a lot of character against Ireland with a good win at the start and then a few close moments in the second and third test. But unfortunately, the championship hasn't been the greatest for them. They started off against New Zealand, giving them a good run in the first half of both games, but unfortunately fitness level and silly errors cost them both those games. When they head over and played South Africa, they beat South Africa, but it was also just. South Africa didn't capitalize on errors and technically should have won that game, but Australia were just a more clever team on the day and won the test. They lost to Argentina in Australia, which was the first time in a long time, which was a big upset for them, which put a target on Michael Cheika's head. Now, he's been under fire for quite some time now, but the question is asking, after this game, which is probably going to be even harder than the game they played in Australia against Argentina, after this game, should he be fired? It's such a risky topic to think about because you're so close to the World Cup. We're less than a year away, and to start over is a risk. But if we look at Argentina, how well that team's developed under a short period of time, it definitely is possible, as long as it's the right man for the job. They do have Stephen Larkham there, who's been a part of it. I'd keep him in the mix so you at least have someone familiar and maybe replace head coach with either him or get someone new in, but keep in Larkham there so they have some of that feeling of what was there beforehand. Now, Argentina have been on a ride of success. Yes, they lost and had a very poor game against the All Blacks in Argentina last weekend, but they really have improved and shown a lot of character, which is truly amazing. They beat the Springboks convincingly and deservedly so. They gave the All Blacks a run for their money in the first test match in New Zealand, which as rugby fans know is extremely hard to do. They went on to beat Australia in Australia, which is truly remarkable. They're on a roll. They are third on the Rugby Championship log. If you looked at them 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years, people asked why the hell are Argentina there? Do they actually deserve to be in the Rugby Championship? Now we're all going, they really do, because they've come such a long way, and all credit to the players of the team as well as the coaching staff. I think this is just the beginning of something special for Argentina. If they can get their selections and politics sorted where they can include players that are playing overseas, I think we're just going to see a bigger and better Argentinian rugby side, especially in the World Cup, because there's talks of those guys coming back to be able to play so they can pick players from the European leagues, which will be fantastic for Argentina, and it will give them a massive boost. But already what the coach has done with the Jaguars in Argentina is truly remarkable under the circumstances of his only been there for such a little time. It is amazing. He's broken history with the Jaguars, winning in New Zealand. He's not broken history, but yeah, he has, beating Australia in Australia, which is truly amazing. And they've really got a great team that seem to be gelling. Now, obviously, last weekend wasn't the prettiest of games, making errors, not capitalizing on what should have been a bit more of a competitive game after what we've seen from Argentina, but they've definitely shown progression. I mean, Nicolas Sanchez is pretty much their star because of the kicking boots, what he's capable of, his infield movements, his place kicking. It's truly great. Augustine, Mr. Captain, obviously made some errors in the past as well. Last week wasn't the greatest game for him, but he's still a fantastic player who shows a lot of heart, a lot of passion on the field. He's always emotional during the anthems, which leads us to show how much it means to him and to play for his country, to captain his country, and to pick up such great results, which is so important for them. And I really wish them all the best, and I hope this weekend we can see a real exciting game. Now, this Rugby Championship, we might have thought would have been a write-off at the start because the All Blacks were winning and dominating. But then South Africa and Argentina started to come back and show a bit of heart. Yes, the All Blacks have won already, but it's still an exciting battle between the other three nations. Having Australia beating South Africa put South Africa in a very tough spot. When South Africa beat the All Blacks, the talk was back and South Africa was showing improvement. Argentina winning in Australia was massive for them, giving the All Blacks a run for their money. Probably, besides the Springboks victory, between Argentina and Australia, the only team to keep the fitness level with the All Blacks in both halves, which was truly remarkable, especially in that first game. Second game, obviously, was a different story, but the impressiveness that this was in New Zealand and Argentina showed a lot of character, which was great. Australia have so much potential. And I say this nearly every week. They have a great team. They have great players who are capable of doing good things, winning victories, getting the balls, getting the skill levels up. I mean, Israel Folau on his own is a monster of a player. He is technically brilliant. He's fast, he's quick. His movement play is outstanding. You have Will Kenya, who's one of the legendary scrum halves of world rugby. Definitely in the top 3-4 scrum halves in the world today. He's always there. His leadership skills are impressive, and he just continues to show a lot of heart for his country. Now, he said in the media the other day he's confident that they can win, but obviously they're under pressure, but they know what they need to do it. Fullback also said they know the pressure. It's a lot of pressure on Australia this weekend because, let's face it, they're not in the happiest of places. I said earlier this year that I think they're on the rise and are going to be better, but unfortunately haven't quite shown it. And it's sad because they really do have a great team. I mean, David Pocock, Michael Hooper are world-class rugby players who deserve to be in a team that really can win, and it only brings me down to it. It's saying it's the coach's fault. A coach should be able to control the team. A coach should be able to bring a team together. If a team is constantly crumbling, then you've got to ask questions. Michael Cheika is not the most nicest guy in the world. He whines a lot. He complains a lot. There's been instances where he's been up and down. And, you know, maybe it's time for him to go. It is too soon before the World Cup, and I think this might be the boost that Australia needs. And if they need any motivation, look at what Argentina have achieved. They've got a great team. They will bounce back from this. They just need to get new systems in place, new tactics, new movements, and a new attitude, a new gees, a momentum in order to take this team to the next level. They have the capability of doing it. They just need everything to come into place in order to achieve the result that they need. So that brings me to the predictions of this game this weekend. I think it's going to be a tough fought game. I think Australia aren't going to come down. They're going to come at Argentina strong. They're going to want to win. They know they have to win. They have to pick up a victory this weekend, or they're going to lose a coach and there's going to be huge drama. So for Australia, this is a must win. Argentina, on the other hand, will want to win to prove that they are improving. They will want to redeem themselves from the past weekend's shocking game. They want to show that they are on the right path. It's not just a fluke. They have the momentum to go through. There's so much talk of where they're going to be in the World Cup, and they're going to want to prove a point. Show the fans that they are here to stay. They are here to surprise. And I think they definitely can. So for me, this game is going to be a tough one at the start. First half is going to be very close. I think we're going to see tries both ends, both ways going at it hard. But I think second half is going to be the decider. And when I say decider, it's the fitness levels. And unfortunately, with what I've seen from Australia, their fitness seems to drop in the second half. It didn't seem to do that against South Africa in the first game when Australia beat them. That's why they won. And they were constantly on their attack in Port Elizabeth last weekend. So if they can keep that up, they definitely could do it. But they need to work on their attacking skills in order to get past the defence. For Argentina, their defence needs to be on par. They need to be alert, because against South Africa, Australia were on point. They were attacking, they were going fast, they were moving quickly. They just couldn't get past our defence because it was so strong. So defence, if defence lets Argentina down, they are going to lose. But if they don't, and they defend well, which we saw them show a lot of heart against the All Blacks in New Zealand and against South Africa, then they definitely can win. So my prediction is Argentina to win by 3 points. It's going to be close, but I think it's going to come down to the last 10 minutes of the game where we will have a decider. So it's either going to be Argentina or Australia, but for me, I'm going Argentina to win by 3 points. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win? Who's going to surprise us? Will Michael Cheika be fired by the end of that game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and we will see what happens in the recap video. We will discuss the outcome of the game. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you can keep up to date with all future videos. Please excuse my throat. I'm currently going through a cold and not feeling the greatest, but the show must go on and I need to bring the content to you guys. So for that, hit the subscribe button too, please. I'll see you guys real soon for another video. Have a great week further, and we will chat tomorrow for predictions for South Africa versus New Zealand, and don't forget the recaps on Sunday and Monday. So make sure you are subscribed. I'll see you guys real soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.